We're here talking about objects that are going to go in vitrines to accompany the current exhibition, which is about the 60s and refers to the 60s, on the 40th anniversary of May '68 and the Prague Spring. The exhibition, the material in the archives focuses on some aspects of what was going on in Vancouver at the time. We've got material from the Festival of Contemporary Arts, and which went on in Vancouver.
The Festival of Contemporary Arts started as a joint production between the Department of Art History, the Graduate Studies, and another department that totally escapes me at the moment. But it started in 1961 and ran through the 60s, ending in 1970. And during the course of its run, it happened every year, usually in late January or early February. And the idea was to really bring a lot of the speakers and artists and poets around North America that were influencing the ideas and the artistic movements in the 1960s to Vancouver in a showcase that would highlight what was happening in the rest of the world. Throughout the course of the festival, speakers such as Buckminster Fuller came, Marshall McLuhan was here. In the early years, 1962 festival, John Cage and Merce Cunningham came to UBC. So a lot of people that were very influential in their fields were coming to a city that at the time was quite sleepy, so it really had a profound effect on the artists and the youth of the city at that time.
Yes, this is an important one. The '65 festival, this is when the poets came. Jack Spicer, Lou Welch, the San Francisco artist and filmmaker Bruce Conner, talk about Marshall McLuhan. They also, I think it was the '65 festival, they set up a multimedia environment.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the stuff we have in the archives illustrates or brings forward people's interest in multimedia environments with light shows, music, dance, geodesic domes. We've got material about intermedia nights that happened at the Vancouver Art Gallery, I believe in 1971.
It started actually, there's intermedia nights in 1969 at the Vancouver Art Gallery, and then the Dome Show in 1972. The interesting thing to link the Festival of Contemporary Arts with intermedia is Marshall McLuhan's presence here in 1965, and he gave a lecture about ideas of how popular culture and different media could be incorporated into art movements. And the following year's festival reprised that McLuhan visit and really focused on intermedia arts and the whole idea of medium is the message. And a lot of the people that attended those festivals ended up forming the group Intermedia in Vancouver, which started in 1967. And they put on a lot of multimedia psychedelic events at not only the Vancouver Art Gallery, but at the UBC Fine Arts Gallery as well.
So these things in our archive are important historical markers of the thinking of the time. I think that in the paintings we've got in the exhibition that are from our collection, that are all from the 60s, even though they're paintings and some of them are abstract paintings, you can see the sort of the McLuhanism, the notions of communications, notions of signaling, notions of codes, notions of transmission, and fascination with new media is even in all the paintings.
That's right.
And we're hoping that the archival material will help viewers get some of the historical texture.
Exactly. The idea is to put what was happening in Vancouver at the time that these artists were creating the works of art that are in the exhibition, to show the cultural milieu, the social context, the type of events that were going on that really helped to inspire the works that they were doing at the time. One of the things that Intermedia was really good with was putting on these huge events that were multimedia, but also incorporated audience participation. So we have a lot of musical events, intermedia nights. They were psychedelic. Here's a good one of band, the Public Good, that was playing with individuals in an audience getting up and dancing, but other events like the Domes project, people would walk through and interplay, and the audience was really meant to be part of the process of the creation of the artwork.
Yeah, it's for our job. I just told us that this is working with domes. Domes would go up in parks, on the beaches, and then of course end up at the Vancouver Art Gallery is kind of a utopian site for a proposal for a new architecture, new community, that sort of thing.
So what we're really hoping to achieve with the inclusion of this material in the vitrines is, like I said before, just to really highlight what was happening in the city at the time and the environment that these artists were working in. And also to show all the neat stuff we have in the archive.